Welcome back to Rhythm and Roads. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest. We have music producer, musician, and the founder of DarkSide Studios, Anthony Gonzalez of El Paso, Texas. Welcome, sir, to Rhythm and Roads.
Morning, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. Today's what, Father's Day, so
Father's Day, that's right.
it's
Happy
gonna,
Father's Day.
yeah, it's gonna be a busy day today. So,
It is
um,
very busy. Yeah. Happy
but
Father's Day
yeah,
to everyone. Yeah, all the dads out there watching. So cool, man. Well, welcome. I appreciate your time coming on Rhythm and Roads. I know you're busy, have a busy morning, but we'll get to know your story now, see what you're all about. So I've been looking forward to this as well.
yeah, same here, dude. Pretty much all week I've been pretty looking forward to share a part of my story and to the community in El Paso and to all your listeners and your platform to kind of see um my story and what I've done and what I've been doing and the
Sure.
life of recording, and so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's a really cool life too, man. I mean, I love being in the studio and just being around musicians and seeing the music, the songs just come together. It's incredible. And it's a especially when you come out with a hit and you know like you were part of helping out with the creation of that song. You're like, wow, I saw from the beginning, from the songwriting to everything coming together. It's just
Yeah,
the awesome feeling, man.
yeah. Seeing the process of starting to from beginning from the recording, um, uh, seeing it halfways of the process, and then actually seeing the final product of what you accomplish with the band, and you see the life that it takes on its own. And the music kind of speaks to you and it tells you where it wants to go.
Hmm.
To me, I like to connect to a lot and to the music and what the band wants to go and what they want to do with it, how they want it to sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like music has its own life, and it breathes and it connects to you on sound in the form in a way that through sound, yeah, it makes you get different emotions and it just connects to you a certain way. And you hear a song and you're like brings memories, brings a lot of stuff that um
Yeah.
that you like about that song, so
I totally agree, man. Yeah, songs do bring good memories back. Sometimes songs that you're just like, oh, I can hear. It's
yeah,
gonna trigger a certain past, but we that's the soundtrack to our life, right? There's songs that we're listening to growing up through our childhood, teenage, 20s, whatever the age.
yeah,
But a lot of them, a majority of them are good memories. But all right, Anthony, so to get to know your story, to get to know the journey from the spark of interest in you when you were, I don't know when it started, but that's what we're going to find out. If when
yeah,
you were young, if you were in your 20s, like what was it to the point where you're like, you know what, that's what I want to do. I want to
yeah.
have my own recording studio. So,
Um, well, I mean, I've been part of, I mean, music's been in my life pretty much since I can remember. My parents always they've been into music, and there was always there's always been music playing since I was a kid in our home. And my dad he's a musician as well, so he's the one that
okay.
actually that really got me into getting to know classic rock and um finding the roots of where everything came from,
Mhm.
um, and yeah, I fell in love with it. I really didn't pick up an instrument until maybe 12, 13. And after that, like I pretty much fell in love with it, and
Yeah.
it feels like I picked it up and I haven't put it down. Like it's just been a long life journey that at this point it kind of makes me who I am, and it's my personality because of music. And
Yeah.
it's something that I can't, well, for me, like I can't live without it, I'm just like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
who I am.
Yeah.
It's just because like I've been, doing music for a very long time, and I'm very well connected to it, and it's part of me. So
That's awesome.
but yeah, I started really young. I started playing guitar, and I took some guitar lessons, and in high school took guitar classes, and after that, like I just been pretty much passionate and falling in love with creating. I think that was one of the most things that really uh, I really love, that I can make certain sounds and make them sound a certain way, and it moves you a certain way, and
Mm.
just the creative side of it. It's what really made me love music, and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, you have like one of the coolest jobs, man. Just to be there with the musician, the artist, and just create and collaborate and just see that what their vision is and yours. And then when the songs are in the motion, man, you're just like, God dang, that's why I love doing what I do.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I
amazing.
mean, to me, like when I work with bands, like I tell them, like, hey, dude, like, well, they come to me because of a certain way that I record and write my music
Oh, nice.
and compose. So like they already know what they're coming into.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I asked them, like, do you want me to give you like um like, do you want me to help you what I would do, or are you pretty much set on the direction that you want to go with, and a
Yeah.
lot of time, they tell me, like, dude, like, add your flair to it, add your touch to it. And it's, I like that because now I'm connected to that song because I'm adding a part of me, what I would do, what I mean? So
Right.
it's pretty cool, like, seeing the song have its own form and then elevate it to
Yeah.
another form. Um, so yeah, each song that I work with is like, I feel I'm connected to it because there's always a little flair that that's it's part of me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, working with bands and different artists, and um, yeah, you learned a lot from people. So
Oh, I bet you do, dude. Yeah. I
yeah.
bet there's so much you have learned being a music producer and a musician yourself, of working with other great skilled artists, songwriters, singers. I mean, just man, I can't imagine how many artists you've worked with, songs you have produced. But that's what I want to get into now. And thank you for sharing your story just to start. Just what started DarkSide Studios at that point where it did start, the beginning.
Uh, Dark Side Studio was, it's I've been um, to a lot of different recording studios locally, and you know, it's hard to record and get good quality, which there is.
Mm,
To me was like, I always felt in a way kind of rush, like you have to get this done, and there's always like a time frame,
mm,
and I don't think there shouldn't be any of rush in a time frame to art. Like a painter, can take. I'm not saying that it's gonna take them years, but but a painter can take them weeks and weeks to perfect the painting, and it's the same thing with music. Just that the difference is that it's it's sound,
yeah.
and um I've always had that thing. It's like, man, like I feel rushed. I feel like they're pushing me.
Mm,
So I'm like, I'm just gonna do my own studio and I'm just gonna record. So I started recording my own music and with my band. And I was like, well, I mean, I have to get it properly mixed. I have to get properly mastered. And
mm.
so I started learning.
Wow.
I started learning a lot. I started figuring out different techniques. What to do, what not to do.
Okay.
Understanding frequencies, understanding compression, um, limiters. Just I pretty much dived into the art of recording, and yeah, I fell in love with it. Once I kind of like started picking up and understanding, I'm like, well, I want to help different bands
Yeah.
that need help recording, and not make it so, I mean, expensive, and you know and share what I have learned, share with them. So yeah, like I started working with different artists and different bands, and they're like, yeah, let's get it going, and that's pretty much how Dark Side Studio started. I wanted to help different bands to um, be able to record their music at
Hmm.
a good quality, affordable, and not feel rushed, and along the way to kind of help them with what I have learned and share my information, my knowledge that I have learned, and share it with them. And dark side, it's something where um there's no limit. Like there's no limit to what you want to do,
Mm.
what you want to create. Um and yeah, like that's pretty much the mentality of dark side. It's like it's your art, and together we can make something great, and that's pretty much how it's been. Right now I'm working with two bands, so pretty much all week I'm like super busy, my schedule with them, and I try not to overbook because I want all my focus and attention with them, and not feel like I don't want to lose the quality of and the passion in what we're doing,
Right.
So I try to have a certain um, limit on who I'm working with,
Okay.
because yeah, like there's a lot of work that goes into it, and overbooking can kind of kill the
Yeah.
momentum, or get you tired.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, and I like the fact that you want to really just focus and really just give your attention just to that moment with the artist instead of thinking
Yeah,
you had two other sessions in the same day coming up and you're like, oh man, we gotta, I like the fact you don't want to rush. You want to just take your time with it. And I feel like that's important when it comes to songwriting and, recording music. Is That's an art. So don't rush that. Just let it build to where it needs to be.
yeah,
Correct certain things that need to be corrected. And I really feel like, and that's why a lot of my artists that I've looked up to growing up, like U2, David Bowie, Brian Ferry from Roxy Music. I mean, certain artists back then that there's a lot, but those are like one of my faves. Just their music has always been where when you listen to it, it's like, okay, it's one of those that they take their time with it, and then
yeah,
when they release it, it's like, oh man, I can see the quality, I hear it, just the way that everything sounds, it's good. Then there's artists that I've looked up to, and then they want to just rush and bring out an album after they brought out an album like a year ago, and then they bring out another album. And sometimes you could just tell you're like, this just seems rushed. Like, not they just wanted to get something out.
yeah. I mean, there's you can tell, like you said, right away, like they're timeless. Their music is 100% timeless, and it's because they mastered their craft.
Yeah.
And the music will tell you when it's ready.
Yeah.
And I think like once you find that that connection where it's like this is where it needs to be, like
Yeah.
the music will tell you itself.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah,
How
yeah,
did Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead,
No, go ahead,
go ahead.
man. No,
Yeah,
it's good.
Dark Side, it's I tell my like a lot of people that I know or that record here is like, you're welcome to the dark side, because uh, it's it's a place where there's no limitations on what to create and how to create it. I take now in these days, like technology and different programs and different softwares, like it's it's crazy what you can do, and how easy it can the creative part of what you want to do can come out. I know that there's a lot of studios where they want to have that unique raw sound, which there's nothing wrong with it, you know what I
Right.
mean? Um, but I think now in these days, like quality and technology and how music is changing,
Hmm.
everything has to evolve. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
I agree.
everything changes. Next year we're gonna have a new iPhone, we're gonna have a new iMac, we're gonna have new Windows.
Yeah.
We have to keep up with
Yeah.
technology and with the time, and music changes.
Yeah.
Like if we go back to the 70s, to the 80s, to the 90s, everything has changed. So I like for me, dark side, it's like we have to keep evolving as musicians, because we can't stay stuck in a certain place, because then we cannot move forward.
Right.
And And that's something that I tell like my friends and my the different bands and artists that I work with. Like, you have to evolve as a musician and learning, understanding, and being up with the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's 2025, and I mean pretty much half of the year already, and we're gonna be into 26.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
and we have to evolve with everything around us, because as listeners, you hear a pop song, you hear a metal song, you hear a rock, an indie song. If you really think about it, those songs or that style of music, they're evolving into something modern.
Yeah.
Even no matter how people like it or don't, or if they do like it or they don't like it, music changes. And
Yeah.
I like to keep that feel where it's modern, it's impactful,
Hmm.
it the quality's there, and it has that punch. Um, so yeah, DarkSide Studio. It's a very modern era place where I like to incorporate. When they ask me, it's like, can you add your flair to it? It's like, okay, but it's gonna be modern, and it's gonna have like electronic feel to it. It's gonna have a cinematic feel to it. I love cinematic sounds,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's something that I incorporate in my music. And
Okay.
when they ask me to do it, it's like, okay, well, this is what I do,
Yeah.
and this is what I would do if you're asking me. But yeah, Dark Side, it's we like to keep it where it's modern and everything's changing as time's going.
No,
So
that's good, man. I'm glad that you're doing your research and updating your studio to where it's at and being modern and where it's at because it's very important to be that to be updated with everyone else and what they're doing with sound, with the creativity.
yeah,
That's right. So I know you're also a musician. So with Glorious, you're the guitarist.
I record Glorious, and I write. I'm the songwriter for them too.
Okay.
We're working on a new EP right now, and
Very cool.
so hopefully, yeah, we should have new music coming out for fall. I want to say towards the middle of fall.
Yeah.
Um, so that's what we're looking for right now. But yeah, um, so we've been busy writing and recording as well, and but yeah, it's I'm pretty excited because of some new music. It's always fun to release new music and
Oh, of course.
connect connect to people. So.
Yeah. I've seen Glorious at Rosewood. This was probably last year.
Mhm.
It was last year in October or the end of September. I went to Rosewood to see, I think it was Soul Parade. I think Soul Parade was performing and then there was Glorious or it was a certain lineup and well, Glorious was there. So I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
It was good.
Yeah. Um, I'm I'm pretty new to the band because I barely came into it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, towards the end of last year. But yeah, like I've been helping them out and recording and writing for them too. So I mean, like I'm the new member, you could say.
No, that's cool, man. Yeah. Well, congrats on joining the band.
Yeah,
So it's still, I guess, recent. Yeah, it's not, haven't been a year yet.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty recent. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun working with them. They're awesome musicians and really good people to work with and get along with. So.
Who's the founder of the band?
I believe it's Roman, the singer, and Chris, the other guitar player.
Oh, okay.
They're like the original members that pretty much started everything.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, what advice can you give to those that are wanting to open up their own recording studio or want to start a song, but then they just don't know how to go about it because it could be insecurity, self-doubt. It could be kind of like, I don't know, like, what are they going to think of me wanting to pursue this? And like, so I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
For somebody that wants to start, for somebody that wants to start recording, and for somebody that wants to start songwriting, the recording side of it is knowledge, understanding patterns, understanding different components of what they do and why they do it and how they do it.
Hmm.
When it comes to frequencies, like that's probably one of the most important ones to understand um, what type of frequencies are should not be there or what frequency should be there. and understanding the programs. I know a lot of studios they do inbox recording where everything comes from the recording program itself. So like understanding the recording program, understanding um, you know different what they do and learn it. There's a lot of information out there that can help you to start recording and if it's something that you're passionate about, like you're pretty much gonna do whatever it takes for you to learn it and understand it.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of programs that are really user friendly, free, and they help you a lot. But yeah, like just learn your information. Get as much knowledge you can to learn how to record, and yeah, and just take it from there.
Yeah.
When it comes to songwriting, it's a whole different world from recording. But they kind of go hand in hand, because they help you. You know, if you want to start writing, knowing a little bit of how to record can help you songwrite and record demos. Get ideas together,
Yeah.
start learning how to compose, and that way it's a lot easier for you to know where the song's gonna go. And that's a lot easier like that to kind
Mhm.
of have a rough demo, and then you can take it from there. But yeah, like if songwriting is a passion and you love it and you fall in love with the process, like just do it. Just do it and have fun with it and be creative. And I see it as songwriters, we're like painters.
There
We're
you go.
just moving sounds. We're moving sounds to an emotion. Especially there's a lot of emotion in in the sound waves. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
just
true.
do it and don't stop.
Yeah. Well said, man. Now, before we close on the episode, we spoke about this before, but you are now doing um, music, or I guess music composer for film as well. You're starting to do that.
Yeah, it's something that I want to start venturing off more, and um doing this interview can open up more doors with your audience and what you do. Um but yeah, it's something that I want to start composing for independent films or documentaries, um or even doing editing their sound, their recordings on audio and stuff like that. Just it's something that I want to start going into, and um, kind of explore that world of composing for film. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like something I want to, start doing and see where it goes from there.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I hope it works out, and I will definitely keep you in mind for future independent filmmakers that are looking for music composers for their soundtracks and
Yeah,
whatever, or the scores for certain films. So yeah, we'll definitely make sure this is out for people to know of you, that you have that side of Dark Side Studios that does that too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of films that I love that are where I have my favorite films, and one of the reasons why I love their music is because of one of the reasons why I love their movies is because of the music score.
Oh,
It's like, oh man, like they're composing on the whole film is like super awesome, and it just makes me love the movie more,
oh yeah,
or the documentary or whatever it is.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, dude, like I have a lot of films that I like, and it's something that I want to start venturing off and start doing
Awesome,
some
man.
composing for film.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you're opening that door for yourself. So, and then Anthony, for those to find you on social media, how can they find you?
Yeah, pretty much you can go to I run my Instagram, DarkSide Studio 2022,
Okay.
or you can go into my personal one is this calling two on
Okay.
Instagram, and yeah, you can follow me there. I'll give you some links so you can put it in the description, and that way it's easier for your audience to kind of connect. They want to start following me and start seeing what I do and on my social media too. I'm pretty active on my Instagram and the studio Instagram, so reach out, send me a message, and then we can connect. And you want to record, we're here, and ready to help with your songwriting.
Cool. Sounds good, man. And yes, and I wish you a great Father's Day today. And thank you for being an inspiration to those in the music industry as well and wanting to help others and making sure they feel comfortable in writing songs, not feeling rushed. I'm glad you opened up DarkSide Studios just to get that creativity in flow for yourself and for your clients. You know, how you guys work together and create a friendship or a relationship that helps build songs that inspire the next artists out there that helps
Yeah,
us with our everyday life, you know, just our own soundtrack. That songs that you put out will help us when we listen to it to be like, dang, like that's a good song, you know, from Anthony, from Glorious, from Darkside Studios. So
yeah.
I'm glad that you're living the impossible, man. You
Thank
decided
you.
your own business, start your own journey, and here you are.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so you guys can follow me and let's connect and let's work together and we'll take it from there. So thank you for
Awesome.
having me today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on Rhythm and Roads. And for those that would like to come and share their story on Rhythm and Roads, just follow me on Instagram, Rhythm and Roads Official. You can contact me there. I'm already booking guests halfway of July. So, yes, feel free to come on and have your story shared on Rhythm and Roads. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you, Anthony Gonzalez, for coming on and sharing your journey. And I wish you the best on Dark Side Studios.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next episode.